All right, hey, what's up, everyone? Here we are, hole number 2. I'll take a first look at this one. So straight tailwind on this one. Now, if you guys recall from my last guide, I believe, try to remember this, I think I missed to the left. Yeah, the ball guide stretched out. I ended up missing to the left. So if you were to go off this island, you'll probably want to make a slight tweak off of that. Now, what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to get this up here on this bump because I want to show you 2 guides. So do check out that other video. I do go off this spot in the other video, and I think it's a very good chance. You'll just have to keep some of the tips that I mentioned in that video in mind. This looked a little under adjusted. It's hard to know for sure, but look, maybe just a little bit light here. Let's see if this shoots out to the left a little. So that's another thing, that I mentioned is when that ball guide stretches out, it's gonna tend to miss to the left. So it's just something that you have to keep in mind. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna essentially assume that I have already went a couple rings here. That's more or less kind of the goal. Another thing you can do is you could just set up with with like a power 4 or something if you'd like. I'd like to kind of avoid that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up here. Essentially just treat it as I've already gone 2-3 rings. So I'm essentially just going to almost go 1 per here. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 8-ish rings. 8 rings, we're dipping down to lower ground. Why do I need to overshoot that a little bit? And the biggest reason why, and you can see very, very close. So why do I need to overshoot so much? Is because the wind's pointed kind of straight down, which means I'd typically go, like if this was a normal adjustment, I'd typically go probably something along the effects of this. I'd probably go at least 10.5, 10.7, somewhere in there. But what I'm doing is I essentially almost went 1 per and just assumed that it was going to fly an extra 2 down. So that's more or less what I did. You can almost just go kind of 1-to-1 with the adjustment and just kind of set up there at max club on that Sniper 10 and just under adjust it. Now it will be a little bit easier if you do put on something like a power 4 ball. So keep that in mind. If you can set it up there and count the rings back, it's a little bit easier moving forward. So good luck with that hole, guys. I'll see you guys on 3 coming up.